YouTube, we're back. More Warhammer. Every single Warhammer Space Marine Legion in a nutshell by Bricky. Let me check what we have going on here. We got the Dark Angels, 1st Legion. Emperor's Children, 3rd Legion. We skipped Iron Warriors, White Scars, Space Wolves, the furries. Imperial Fists, Night Lords, no number. Blood Angels, these names are so metal. Iron Hands, 11th Legion, no name. World Eaters, the Ultramarines, they keep getting progressively more jacked. Death Guard, Thousand Sons, Son of Horus, Word Bearers, Salamanders, brother. They're named the Salamanders after all of those. The Raven Guard and the Alpha Legion. All right, going off those, like I'm kind of rocking with the Death Guard. Gun to my head, Death Guard. Also, let me remove these ears. What am I doing? I usually wear ears when I react just to be more expressive, but you guys keep calling me a Servo Skull, so let me be a good boy, Servo Skull. Send it, every single Warhammer Space Marine Legion in a nutshell.
To the people on the internet, the time has come. The reckoning begins. Your boy got himself a shit.
Well done, lad. Well done. Proud of him. Guys, since I'm stealing his content, by law, I can't skip forward. But, like, we'll put a number on the video so you know where to skip to, in case you want to skip. But shout out him and his gamer subs.
A goddamn shaker cup. It's here. The official Bricky waifu shaker cup.
Now, as a VTuber, I see a lot of VTubers trying to get this. And, like, it's really hard for my understanding. So, legit, props to him.
A bit more toned. Abs, obviously. Bikini, hit it. Legally distinct mark on the face.
She's a Saints fan.
She wants you to do the
and Mario just said Marines are rejected NFL players. And this girl's got the Saints fleur-de-lis upside down.
I think so. The Bricky
I assume that has significance in the Warhammer world, though.
You should get it while it is hot. But if you're thinking, Bricky, what should I put in this? Well, how about my...
Don't you dare be talking bad about my Salamanders. Salamanders, my beloved. You guys are Salamander fans?
And an addendum.
I thought they were a joke.
Free. This shaker cup is available now in the
Can you blame me? Look at all these names, dude. Blood Angels, Death Guard, and the Salamanders.
Discount on your order.
But all right, I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Let's see who I rep in the end.
To Gamer Subs for sponsoring and for getting me this beautiful, beautiful cup. Go out there and get it. I'm gonna take one more sip.
Forgive me, YouTube. I don't know. I'm new.
In there, and I'll see you guys soon.
Also, YouTube, the Twitch chatter that you guys hate, they're not here yet. You just can't bully him yet. But if he arrives, I'll let him know that he got bullied by you guys for being wrong. He will learn. Damn, everyone's a Salamander fan. What's going on?
Walls of the most prodigious school in the Imperium by
Show him mercy, Emperor, for he knows not. What did I do?
Many of you have come across my Every Faction Explained video. Firstly, thank you. Secondly, we are here to dig a little deeper.
Space Calio's not a fan.
Are the quintessential poster boys of Warhammer 40k.
Yeah, for the record, people did recommend that I watch both this one and the faction one. I wanted to watch this one first because in my Babu Servo Skull head, like the Space Marines, they're like the main characters of Warhammer, at least in my brain. They're the poster child. They're Marcus Phoenix. So I want to rock with them first before watching the faction because I'm like scared I'm going to go watch the faction video first and then fall in love with a different faction. But right now, while the Space Marines are my favorite, I want to watch the video about the Space Marines. And you guys can yell at Calio above my head. They're not a 40k fan. Bully them in place of Rinsler for now.
When people think 40k, they think Space Marines.
So true.
There are many types of Space Marines.
Tell me more.
Formed from 20 separate legions. We are going to rattle them off in order and give you a quick rundown of each one. A disclaimer, like in my Every Faction Explained video, this is a mix of accuracy and memes. If I say the Salamanders Legion specializes in hugging children and petting puppies, they aren't exactly doing that, mostly.
I would like to pet this creature.
But you can infer that they care about civilians and are a bit kinder
What a
than
good
the
guy.
average Space Marine.
The jolly green giant.
Space Marine being a genetically modified super soldier that's had 1 million new...
Listen, YouTube chat, you guys got to go to war. Do you see what my Twitch chat's doing? My mod has gone rogue. They shot one of the 40k fans. Now Alice is like doing a tail butt spin saying she's not a fan of the 40k fan base. These guys are going crazy. I like you guys, though. You guys are cool.
Terrifying organs shoved into them, refrigerators strapped to their bodies, and are so far above the average human that they are referred to as demigods.
So they're
instead.
all
Each
Master
Space Marine
Chiefs.
has a
They're
father,
John.
Unlike you, a Primarch, which is basically an even bigger Space Marine that was forged in a lab by the God Emperor of Mankind, that gigantic golden dude you see everywhere, who is both the leader and now the
I'm a gigantic
martyr
golden
of
dude.
men. The Primarchs are his 20 sons, built
look how
in a
giant I
lab
am.
to lead 20 legions of Space Marines, who are their sons, not from a lab, but rather a dissection table, giving them
That's
the powers and
kinda
skills
crazy.
of their associated Primarch via a
So,
gene seed.
okay, so
A special
Captain
organ
America.
carrying the genetic makeup of their
Not
Primarch. And
is
you know,
Master Chief on drugs? I actually don't know. Master Chief might be on steroids too. I don't know if he's naturally that jacked. But def Captain America coded.
their seed. So if Jagatai Khan of the White Scars has the genetic makeup that wants him to go really, really fast, then his sons, the Space Marines, also want to go really, really fast. I should note that I am only referring to the legions this time around. If you're interested in sub-factions like, let's say, the Black Templar,
There's
then
more?
it's not going to be here. However,
There's more than
I
just
do
this?
have a excellent Black Templar video. I'd argue it's probably the most accurate one I can think of. It goes through the whole lore, everything about them. It's a very long video. I'll put it in the description. Just look up Black
Black's a
Templar
good color.
video in the description. You'll get what you need. And now, with the easy explanation out of the way, let us begin with our first legion.
Dark Angels. The OGs.
Dark Angels. Allegiance, loyal. Primarch Lion L. Johnson, a duelist, a knight, a real asshole, I'm not gonna lie. The single word descriptor, paranoid. The Dark Angels are our first legion,
Relatable.
hailing from the death world known as Caliban. Their Primarch, Lion L. Johnson, is what happens when you try to make the side profile Chad meme into a genuine character. He is a master tier duelist, a brilliant strategist, and an overall dick. There are few situations he is
Dude, peak armor. Hold up. Best armor I've seen so far.
prepared for, and few fights he isn't ready to lead head on. This makes the Dark Angels have a very Knights of the Round Table vibe. They look
Super
like the
jacked
Knights of
Dr.
old with these
Doom.
large suits of power armor, often donning robes and hoods. Their names also follow this. They have like Ezekiel, Azrael, Belial, Samuel, and so on.
First
However,
Legion's
the common
kinda
thing
jacked
associated
so
with Dark
far.
Angels are the Fallen, a part of their faction that turned traitor against the Imperium, and they are
Listen, take everything I just said back, because like this dude's armor is already cooler. This guy, this is already the most cool armor. I'm gonna keep repeatedly saying that throughout the video, I'm sure.
their faction that turned traitor against the Imperium, and they are
Oh, I
very
bet,
heavily
Mario. They'd be
trying
printing
to
money.
expunge
From
all
what I understand, they already print monies with like the minis, the minifigures.
knowledge of them.
I'd play
from existence.
this,
Fallen?
like a gotcha
What
of this
Fallen?
before
You've never heard of
Genshin,
any
for
Fallen.
sure.
Do you know about the Fallen? We're gonna take you away and mind probe you to make sure you have never heard of the Fallen. They definitely don't exist.
I don't
If
know
they do
them.
exist, which they
don't gotta probe
you'll
me, brother.
find them, even though they don't exist. They love their interrogations. They thrive in it. Lionel Johnson is a scorched earth policy sometimes, and it's given to his sons in force, which makes sense considering that when the Lion heard of a Chaos Primarch on the homeworld different
Without the helmet, it just doesn't hit. Those are also ridiculously expensive. Now, I know you paint some of them, but they also sell them painted, right? The painted ones, do they cost more money? Or do the ones you paint yourself cost more money?
Primarch, whose mom was there, he was like,
Is he a mama's boy?
let's nuke it. The Dark Angels are a special group where they formulate themselves into 3 different factions. The Deathwing Terminators, slow-moving, tough phalanx. The Raven Wing, fast jet bikes and flyers. And the Green Wing, which is your standard Marines. They are
Put me in the
jack of all
Green Wing.
trades, but not in the sense where they're good at everything.
I just like the
but rather
armor.
they
The
have
color
a
looks
lot of
good.
things that are good at specific things. Like instead of 20 people that have a multi-tool,
One penny
they
worth of
instead have 20
plastic for
people
50.
with gigantic power
GG's.
tools for every
Pay
job
up.
imaginable. If you like being suspicious about
at
everyone and
the
everything in
fit.
your surroundings,
Look
you
at the
also
drip.
like to have a whole lot of deep night type lore, run the Dark Angels.
Okay, okay. You know what, dude? He kind of sold me. I'm a paranoid fella. I like deep night lore. All of my favorite Elden Ring and Dark Souls bosses are knights. Let's see if the second Legion immediately dethrones the first Legion. I'm gonna just name my one favorite, and chat's making me think it's gonna be Salamander. I picked Death Guard to begin with, but that's just me being a little kid picking a death name.
It's a special one.
If you can see,
we skip it? Oh God. Okay. I'm sure the chat will tell me about the second Legion. On to the third Legion. The Emperor's Children.
The Emperor's Children.
I've heard a lot about this guy.
Traitor. Primarch.
They're kind of my color, purple gold.
An artist. A sneaky snake.
Sneaky snakes.
Perfection. The Emperor's Children are all about the pursuit of perfection.
Okay.
Perfection in all they do. Perfection in war, in artistry, and perfection in every other aspect of life.
They seem very Roman to me.
Is a gleaming pink, purple, and gold. Their ships have spires of gorgeous marble and gold statues in their honor. Fulgrim is a man who believes the pursuit of perfection is the goal of all things. And I mean, look at him. Can you truly tell me that he is not perfect? The hair, the features.
Noggin 5 Chad.
He is the one you look at.
This looks like a woman. Just saying. Would. Whether it is or not.
K had a guy that would give you the best sex you've ever had and never call you back. This is the fucking guy, which is why this pursuit of decadence led them to the evils of chaos. Yes, Emperor's Children are our first Chaos Legion, and not just a normal one devoted to, you guessed it, Slaanesh.
Oh, I remember Slaanesh. Listen, if there's anything to remember from the lore video, it's Slaanesh, brother. Third Legion sweep. Listen, they're my colors. It's not because I'm a gooner. It's not. They're just my colors. It's purple and gold.
Of unspeakable excess. The Emperor's Children in their pursuit are now horrifyingly mutated beings through Slaanesh's great will. They torture and maim to feel perfection through pain. They screech and attack with sonic weaponry for perfection through sound. And they slaughter, aiming for perfection in war. Fulgrim himself lost the battle against Slaanesh as a demon sword corrupted his mind and transformed him into the sexy man he was, into the sexy snake he is now. A demon Primarch, corrupted and bringing his legion's will by himself. As far as Emperor's Children go, they are some bad people. They do horrible things to anyone and everything.
Evil.
In fact, they're such
Can we blame them?
That their battle cry is for the Emperor.
This guy looks crazy.
Despite being horribly mutated and corrupted. If you've ever taken a little too much of a drug, or maybe the music at a concert was too loud and you didn't bring any earplugs, or whatever the reason, you just take all those things and you dial it and you dial it and you twist it and the knob breaks. And that is the Emperor's Children.
Okay, dude. Emperor's Children, they seem pretty jacked. I don't know if the Iron Warriors have what it takes to dethrone them.
Traitor. Primarch Perturabo, a warlord, a siege smith, an incel. Single word descriptor: siege.
The Chad versus the incel.
Legions, we have the Iron Warriors led by Primarch Perturabo of Olympia. To understand the Iron Warriors, though, one must first understand Perturabo. A man so bitter coffee beans run for light. A man who hates the world and everyone in it. Who never got recognition for his deeds.
Kind of valid,
who hates
though.
His brothers and hates their accomplishments even more. Someone so laughably petty, so incredibly bitter that
you guys know I love a petty king.
Goes full circle to becoming likable. Why? Because he's competent.
You gotta respect it.
We didn't talk about the Horus heresy. Intermission. So Horus was the Emperor's favorite son, right? You know, so the Emperor walked into his room. Horus said, Dad, I just gifted 150 subs to Amaranth, and she said my name a ton, and she loved me for it. I really think that I might get to meet her one day. And it kind of played out something like this.
Your feelings for her are not real.
They are real to me!
And then it started playing out a little bit more like this.
Let the seas boil. Let the stars fall. Though it takes the last drop of my blood.
All right, so there are other Warhammer
Warriors,
cinematics.
The Horus heresy wouldn't have gotten
Starty
done
Sweep
without Peter Turbo.
Peter
Imagine
Turbo?
an entire faction that is the personification
Is that
of
their real
brutal
name?
Industrialism, where you serve the
Surely
Legion
not,
until your
right?
dying breath. You build and you kill and you siege and you kill and you literally summon demons just to take them and trap them in machines and use them as cannon fodder. This is a thing
That's
they do. They
very
summon
Doom
demons
adjacent.
to trap and use as shock troops. The Iron Warriors are siege warfare incarnate. They are heavy weapons, they are tanks, they are turrets, and they don't die. They hate Imperials, they hate Imperial fists.
Do you need a pacifier, Iron Baby? No! No, I don't!
They are bitter incarnate. Perturabo and the Iron Warriors don't serve the Chaos Gods because they like them.
Damn, so
they
they're
serve them
the
because
haters?
fuck you.
Come on,
The
guys,
Iron
let's
haters?
go.
Not another
Man, they're all so cool. Okay, look. Emperor's Children first, Iron Warriors second, the Dark Angels third. That's currently what I'm rocking with. Because, like, I love a hater. I love a hater.
beating
Alright,
ticket.
we get the white
I'll fight it
scars
in
now.
court, but I don't think they're gonna accept gotta go fast as a medical condition.
The White Scars. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Jagatai Khan. A speed demon, a plain strider, a roast god. Single word descriptor, speed. Hailing from Chagoris. The White Scars are all about speed. They love melee, but they love it even more when they are doing it from a motorcycle or land speeder. Or honestly, just running really damn fast. The White Scars are honestly forgotten about.
Right,
a lot,
Kalia?
and that's
Just
more
immediately
accurate.
jump
They
ship.
are a legion that doesn't seek the recognition or glory from the combat they engage in. They engage in it because it is their duty and because they love it. Not in the insane slaughter enjoyment of loving it, but in the thrill of the fight. They are known as the Laughing Killers because they ride into battle with a smile on their face and a chuckle in their throat. And as you can tell by their Primarch's name, they are Mongolian based. Remove horses and replace them with motorcycles and land spears, and that's your style. They are heavily based on the old times of Genghis Khan, and consider this is 40k and everybody's evil. You know, that fits. The White Scars are actually physical scars on their body, going back to their heritage on Chagoris. The Khan himself is kind of a dickhead, but a reasonable one. He thinks ahead, he's intelligent, he's patient.
So you're telling me this lightning bolt is a scar and not face paint?
He is often underestimated because he doesn't scream his accomplishments
Zangief? They got Zangief too? I mean, the colors fit.
from the rooftops, which is what makes him and the White Scars dangerous. His skills are kept at bay, only to be truly shown when the time is needed. The White Scars are a forgotten legion often, but that doesn't diminish their accomplishments.
So they're
All it
nobodies.
does is surprise those who underestimate them. Speed,
Kinda
and
weird,
awesome
'cause, like,
Mongolian vibe
Genghis
they got
Khan
going
was
on,
him.
And if you really like to stab people, that's the White Scars for you.
I
Shameless.
mean, I'm
first.
into stabbing. I don't really like using guns. I prefer to stab, but like they're doing drive-by stabbings. You know what I mean? I'm still rocking with Emperor's Children. White Scars and last for me.
This is Dog.
Woof, 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 woof.
Space Wolves, Furry Gang. I'll put the ears on for this
The
one. Not a furry
Space
though.
Wolves. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Lehman Russ. A Viking, a Savage, the Undertaker. Single word descriptor. Wolf, 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 wolf. There's so many goddamn wolf units. Skater, how many units in the Space Wolves Codex have the word wolf in their name? The Space Wolves are the 6th Legion and hail from Fenris, a frozen wasteland of a world with their Primarch, Lehman Russ. I don't really need to spend a whole lot of time talking about the Space Wolves because it's very obvious who they are. They are the second
The furries.
most, like, obvious what their shtick is Legion in the 20 legions, besides the World Eaters.
Yeah.
When you look at the
Furries.
Space Wolves behind, what do you see? Do you see Vikings in space? You've done it. Congratulations, you have found Vikings in space. But they have as much in common with a regular Marine as an all-day Viking with like a Roman soldier. You see, as a Space Marine, your body is so enhanced that you filter out poison, and so you can't get drunk. The Space Wolves
Oh,
distill
no.
a special mead out of a horrible poisonous plant that would kill a normal
They
human.
removed
so
Viking
they can get
culture.
drunk. They have fangs in their mouths.
Yeah, they
sometimes
look like a Sabretooth from X-Men. You can say that, right? Even though he's not an X-Man. Yeah, anyway, they remind me of Sabretooth.
cannibalize their enemies. Sometimes they eat people because they
Oh.
gain knowledge about them
What?
from there and about battle plans. The
That's
Space
crazy.
Wolves are savages. They're
Listen, at
rape
least it's not just because they think a human tastes good, right? They're doing it for knowledge.
eaters. They're Vikings. But despite all of this, they are loyal to their core. Lehman Russ
Oh,
is
dude. Loyalty's number one. Being loyal, being a hater. the two best things you could be. With that said, even though they're like super loyal, they're like dogs. I get it. They're wolves. They're loyal. I can't rock with the furs. Let me take off the ears. I can't do it.
An egotistical guy who just shouts stories and tales of his accomplishments everywhere they can. But at the same time, he was so damn loyal that instead of gunning down his foes, he hit him with a fucking backbreaker to show his devotion to wrestling. If you want Vikings in space, you found it. Play the Vikings in space.
We're gonna build the wall. We have
we got the Imperial Fist.
We have no choice. Build that wall. Build that wall.
We've already reached the point where there's too many to rank properly. So, you know, all I'm saying is Emperor's Children first still.
Loyalist. Primarch Rogel Dorn.
Yo, cool eagle. He's American AF.
And he needs a hand. Single
so do I, brother.
Fortify. The Imperial Fists are led by Primarch Rogel Dorn on their homeworld of Inuit. However, they themselves are actually a fleet-based chapter, with their main source of recruitment coming from an enormous moon-sized ship called the Phalanx.
I don't really like ships like that.
You think of when you think of duty. They love to serve. The love to serve and the inability to
cool logo
moved.
though.
Rogel Dorn is an architect, a master builder, and basically a rock in brain and body.
The Rock?
A lack of humor or ability to lie shows that he is as blunt as the weapons of war he creates. Not the swords he makes, but like blunt, strong weapons. The fists are the same. Take your archetypical American Marine style look, a buzz cut, a hard sense of duty, and then throw in some power armor and a love for building defenses, and you have the Imperial
I'm surprised they're
fists.
colored yellow. Yellow is such like a fun, happy color, but they're no nonsense. They're so serious. They should be brown. Brown and boring.
Immovable. When you find a spot, they're ready to defend. You can't breach them. Their knowledge of defensive warfare is paramount. Without them,
their
the Horus
defense
heresy would be
Andes
so much more effective. But thanks to their insane and immovable tenacity, the Imperium lives today. And let's not forget that Iron Warrior and Imperial Fist rivalry. Want to know why the Iron Warriors are so bitter? These guys are the reason
okay
why.
I like that war. I'm rocking with that. Listen, Iron Warriors over Imperial Fists all day.
Guys, bring the thing.
Maybe I should watch these animations. They seem funny.
Hey, that could have killed me. Hey guys, we missed. Get another!
Dorn and Perturabo are basically two sides of the same coin.
No, the Iron Warrior dudes were the virgin. No.
Get another!
Dorn and Perturabo are basically two
Oh, he's got mutton chops? I didn't realize he had mutton chops. That's kind of peak, though. Shout out Schlatt.
sides of the same coin. One is just a bit more level-headed and got better jobs. If you want to be defensive, to be good at everything Space Marines are good at, bolters, heavy weapons, vehicles, you want a classic military fighting force, start fisting.
Yeah, I hate them the most. Imperial Fists, dead last. Boring AF. I hate defense. They suck. Onto the Night Lords. This sounds good.
A very bad day. Today is one of the worst days.
Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. The Night Lords. Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Conrad Kurz. A sadist, a vigilante, depresso espresso. Single word, fear. The Night Lords are my favorite legion, hailing from the
All right, so Bricky's gonna be glazing them. He's gonna make them better than they seem. But to be fair, dude, the Night Lords, it's in the name. You know they're gonna be cool.
And their Primarch, Conrad Kurz. They are a traitor legion from a planet known as the Sunless World, or the world of
We hate the sun. The sun burns us.
Hot sun.
This is already high tier.
Night. Nostromo is a horrible hive city that is known for being host to some of the worst gang violence, murder, and working conditions around.
Just like me. I'm sure you guys have heard the sirens throughout this video in the background. I'm trying to mute when they roll up, but you hear it.
The only thing keeping the population in check is the suicide rate. The Night Lords followed in the footsteps of their Primarch, a man who believed in a twisted sense of justice and that the only way to make humans compliant is through fear. The legions, lesson.
Yo, hear me out though. He's kind of right. Case in point, Redacted. You saw what Redacted did all of a sudden. There's fear.
Lost on them, as their ranks were repopulated by gang members, murderers, arsonists, torturers, and other words I can't say on YouTube, as young as 12
Brother, you've already said words you can't say on YouTube. I'm gonna need to bleep it out on my end.
years old. Murderers before they were even teenagers, raised to become demigods. Now, fear is what they sow and flesh is what they reap. The Night Lords are scum. They are the exact opposite of all other legions. They
so there are no other evil legions, huh? This is the only one.
And they maim and they flay because they think it's fun. They run away often so they can come back and kill you with more numbers. They prey on the innocent and the weak. They kill normal civilians.
Okay, hold on. Hear me out. I'm always over here pressing my evil button. Oh, I like being evil. I like doing that. Bro, he's there. Nah, I'm out. Okay, these guys are too evil. They're killing just innocent little babies chilling. They're too evil, right? I'm repping the Emperor's children.
Easy. And flee any battle where they don't possess overwhelming odds. They are the antithesis.
Alice is throwing shades. Look,
they are
40k fans, jumper. You see it.
One time, a world did not comply to their demands, so they raided one of their ships and brought it into atmosphere. The crowds cheered and clapped
Beautiful
as it
church.
appears that they had won the battle. And the airlocks opened, and the skinned and flayed bodies of the crew were thrown down in the populace.
It's kind of crazy.
Words,
it's raining, man. Hallelujah, fellas.
Of gangers and criminals. Add together a heavy Slavic influence to them, and you've got my favorite faction.
You have not done the dishes
Blood
for 5
Angels.
years. So embarrassed when people come over here.
Bring them over, you kill them. Vampires don't do dishes.
The Blood Angels. Allegiance, loyal. Primarch, sanguineous. An angel, a vampire, a dead-ass motherfucker. Single word descriptor, blood. The Blood Angels are 9th Legion, hailing from the homeworld of Baal, with their Primarch, Sanguinius. The Blood Angels are a tragic tale with one of the best Primarchs, one beloved by almost everybody, a genuine angelic figure who led his people to glory, killed by the hands of the traitor Horus before the Emperor's eyes. The death of their Primarch led the entire Legion to madness as their gene seed malfunctioned and created
So this is the Vengeful Legion? We'll learn. I'll stop trying to guess, but that's where I think it's going, which I can respect.
Something known as the Black Rage. The Blood Angels degrade over time, experiencing something called the Red Thirst, which gives them a genuine vampiric thirst for blood.
They're actually vampires.
As their minds degrade and break down, they get angrier.
The other dudes look like vampires, the Night Lords.
Killing machines with no other goal than to tear everything in sight apart. But they don't see it as that. They see themselves there, at their Primarch's demise, with Horus in sight. And to them, it's time for vengeance. That Space Marine over there, that Chaos Space Marine, that's Horus. Kill him. That Orc War Boss over there, Horus. Kill him. That Tyranid Swarm, 1,000 Horuses. Horai. Kill them all. Did your toast come out a little bit burnt? Horus sabotaged your toaster.
True.
Destroy the toaster. Destroy it. Do it. Do it. Kill your toaster. Do it. This slow, debilitating disease takes over the Blood Angels, and it gives them this angelic, vampire, and Catholic-inspired imagery. They have chalices of blood. They rest.
So they were before the little Catholic anime girl. It was these dudes, the Blood Angels. Honestly, if the Catholic Church got behind the Blood Angels, I feel like that might have done better numbers for them than the little anime girl. Why not both, actually?
And can even use psychic powers to sprout angel wings from their bodies. They are a tragedy through and through, and the only thing that will look more tragic are the mangled bodies of those they come in contact with.
Now, hold on. To YouTube, how expensive is all of this right here? Because I just realized these are real figures. Give me an idea how expensive this is. I feel like it clears 1,000, which is crazy to say. Do you paint them because you can paint them to be whatever legion you want? Like if I wanted them to be in the Emperor's Children, I would paint them purple and gold instead. I feel like their markings are all different though. Then again, it's like skulls. I don't know. Anyway.
Will look more tragic are the mangled bodies of those they come in contact with.
Iron Hands, not to be mistaken with Diamond Hands, or the Iron Warriors.
The Iron Hands. Allegiance, loyalist. Primarch, Ferrus Manus, a machinist, an inventor, and not a great head on his shoulders. Single word, bionics. The Iron Hands
MVC3?
of
Respect,
Medusa
Bricky.
and their Primarch Ferrus Manus. Does Ferrus Manus have an iron hand? You fucking know he's got an iron hand. The Iron Hands believe that the flesh is weakness. But despite all of their enhancements, despite all the things that made them demigods, replacing some of the flesh with bionics will allow them to serve the Emperor more. They go hard into vehicles and dreadnoughts. Dreadnoughts being giant walking sarcophagi that have wounded space marines piloting them from the inside. Vehicles, metal upgrades. These are the things that make up this legion. Their tech marines have servo arms sticking out from all directions. They have a wide array of mechanics and extremely often replace limbs with metal ones, serving all kinds of different functions to deal with their enemies. The Iron Hands are also not particularly nice. They're kind of assholes.
Are any of them nice?
Marines are already normally pretty big assholes, but they're a little bit up there because of their flesh, civilians made of flesh, because you see, the flesh is weak. Flesh is corruptible. Bionics, the strength of the machine is pure and cannot so easily be corrupted.
So true,
if you want
King.
people who have this little techno fetishistic vibe to them, that love their vehicles and their walking coffins,
the car guys.
hit up the Iron Hands.
You understand, Commander?
I'm not a car guy.
Was never here.
The cars ruined my video with their stupid sirens and engine noises. But yeah, I'm still rocking with the Emperor's Children. Emperor's Children sweep. Second place, Iron Warriors. Easy.
11.
I had Bionicles when I was little, though. One with the 3 heads, green, white, and red. It was awesome.
Why, hello there. I
What's up,
returned
buddy?
from touching grass.
Yeah.
I know. I'm pretty cool with the grass touching him. Now let's continue our Warhammer lecture.
This ruffles my
World
jammies.
Eaters. I don't know why I said it like that.
Okay, so what's going on
Seemed
here?
right at the time.
Super sandwich!
The World Eaters. Allegiance, Heretic.
Yo, hold on.
Primarch,
I'm gonna hit you with a really weird throwback reference that no one's gonna get, but if
World
at least like one of you get it, it was worth it. Mace. N64 Mace. If you know, you know. If you don't, it's probably for the better.
Heretic. Primarch, Angron, a butcher, a slaughterer.
Like extremely, earth-shatteringly, unreasonably fuck-ass mad.
This specific picture has stood in my brain since the first time I saw it. It haunts me. Not necessarily in a bad way. I just see it around. It's very memorable.
Single word descriptor, anger. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you mad? Do you just fucking hate everything?
Sometimes.
Do you want to murder everything in sight and get rewarded for doing so? Then you should join the World Eaters.
For reward,
Home planet
yeah.
of Nuceria and Primarch Angron, who, if the name
Angron?
suggests, is real fucking angry. Angron was raised a slave, forced to fight in gladiator
Fair to
fights.
be
When he
angry.
refused, they shoved old world tech into his brain.
How dare
so that
they.
if he ever felt any emotion other than anger, it caused him extreme pain.
That's crazy.
All his sons, wanting to be like their dad, also put a version of these nails
That's
in their brain.
idiotic.
So now you have an entire legion who literally feel unimaginable pain if they are feeling any emotion other than anger.
Dude.
Slap them with a freight train of armor, 2 goddamn chainsaw axes, and you can see what's gonna happen. It's no wonder they're corrupted by corn. They're honestly a surprisingly sad legion that I actually screwed up in assuming that they were all just angry murderers. I mean, they are. But they didn't start out that way. Their corn
How'd they
corruption
start?
degraded their intelligence, their free will, and made powerful warriors into arguably even more powerful warriors, but blunt, like frothing at the mouth psycho warriors. The World Eaters, like I mentioned in the Space Wolves, they wear their concept on their sleeve. They are angry, they want to kill things, they want to kill you, and maybe some of their friends, and that's the faction. They're red, they're mad, they're gonna run at you and cause death. If you like that, you play the World Eaters.
I kind of do. Listen, we put them third. That's a crazy story. The story sticks with me. We'll put them third. Emperor's Children first, Iron Warrior second, World Eaters third.
Because they were, you know, at one point a lot better.
I wouldn't want to be one though.
Warhammer was a lot better than that. I was once a lot
I would be an
better than
Iron
that. That was when I was
Warrior
in
for sure.
college. I didn't finish college, and neither did Angron.
And look at you now, brother. 1 mil subs. Congrats. Ultramarines. This is very John Cena coded, Fruity Pebbles
The
coded.
Ultramarines. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Rabute Gilliman. That's how it's said. And Analyst, a diplomat, a blueberry boy scout. Single word.
Yeah, he seems kind of lame.
Duty. When you see Space Marines on a box or just Space Marines in promotional material, notice how they are always colored blue. These are
he's right.
Blue Space Marines. These ones here, the Ultramarines, who hail from the world of Macrog with their Primarch.
That's Earth, brother. You're not tricking me.
Gorilla Man. Ultramarines are the white bread of Space Marines. The grilled chicken
The
with salt and
lames.
pepper. This is by no means an insult.
It
They
is.
are plain Jane, but that's also because they're so goddamn good at their job. Their skill for warfare is paramount.
If you like choose to play these guys, you probably pick like human in Baldur's Gate 3 and other games like that.
But so is their ability for leadership. Gilliman for a while was a damn
Leonardo
boring
is your
Primarch for all the
favorite Ninja
reasons
Turtle?
He was great because no matter how hard you try, you don't win a war without logistics, without supply lines, without trade routes, without infrastructure and economy. You don't win anything without all that stuff, and Gilliman knows it, which is why he has one of the largest standing empires in the Imperium, named Ultramar, which is why his sons are the most recognizable of all the Space Marines, which is why the only thing that rivals the weight of their victories
So they're
is
the
weight of their
real main
egos. They are
characters.
good at everything.
They're the main
and bad at
characters of the
nothing.
main
They are
characters.
great at everything. Other legions can do other things better than them, but they are good at everything. The most interesting thing about the Ultramarines is their characters, as they are all now inflicted with various amounts of Ultra depression for many reasons. Gilliman is, at the time of recording, the only playable Primarch currently on the tabletop, and the only one that has returned to the 41st millennium for the Loyalist side. He took one look
Hey, it's
at what his
Kano
empire has
again.
become and immediately wanted to fucking die. Being forced to lead everything he once hated, an Imperium rotten to its core with his sole responsibility to save it, is kind of what makes him interesting. They are a perfectly standard legion with perfectly standard ideals, and great if you want a simple, clean slate.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Boo,
Funny poo.
in my opinion.
Poop
The
funny.
Primarch's cool though.
Woo.
All right, the Death Guard. These are the dudes I picked just off of a name because I was being a little child. Let's see if it holds up. Now that I'm looking at it, it looks like a lot of bugs, pain, rot, pestilence. I take it back. I don't think I like these guys. Okay, I take it back.
Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Mortarian.
No, they're
a
too
reaper,
bug-coded.
a poison,
I'm out.
An ungodly stench.
I hate
Single word
poison.
descriptor, rot.
I
The
hate
Death Guard
rot.
hail
I
from
love Millennia,
Barbaros.
but I hate poison in
Primarch,
any game.
Mortarian.
I am
The
not a
14th
Death Guard.
Legion were
Put them
known
in
for their
last. Get them
incredible
out of here.
resilience to damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Where the Imperial fists were defensive thanks to tactics and posturing, the Death Guard were resilient because they could take a punch or a gut shot or a cannon to the chest and just keep on moving. They are slow, yet they are resistant, which was only confounded as a Death Guard captain, Typhus, codename Dickhead, sold them out to Nurgle, god of rot and decay. Now, the Death Guard are a Nurgle-worshipping infected
I can
legion
tell.
whose ability to
Listen,
feel
dude,
pain
I
and
know almost nothing about Warhammer, but I could tell you these were Nurgle buddies. Just look at them.
take damage has all but just gone away. They wade through gunfire, able to kill normal Marines 10 times over and continue unharmed, all while spreading rot and disease in the name of their dark, very stinky master. Where the Death Guard enter, plague spreads. People get sick and they die. They spread debilitating disease to all around them. Why would a legion need to be anything more than very tanky when their enemies are falling over, puking,
True.
firing out of both ends, and
Poison
having their
shield
skin
build.
peel off just by their presence? Entire worlds infested with a zombie
They look
rot.
like the Locust from Gears,
Swarms of
kinda.
insects that eat flesh.
Honestly, bro, Warhammer just looks like Gears. The people who made Gears, they had to have been Warhammer fans. There's no way they weren't.
Metal alike, all while the Legion advances slowly, painfully, allowing the disease they spread to take its toll before they reap the lives they believe belong to them. And look at Mortarian's model, dude. The man is baller as fuck. A gigantic moth with a gigantic sight. Come on now.
Like, he's right, but like moths, I don't like moths, respectfully.
The Death Guard.
Does that figure cost like 1,000 alone? Probably. The 1,000 Suns. Yo, they look like Rodon. Look at this dude. This is the Rodon Legion. We might have a contender for top 3. Hold up.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
The 1,000 Suns. Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Magnus the Red. A scholar.
Just
a
the
sorcerer,
devil.
A fucking nerd. Single word descriptor? magic. The Thousand Sons hail from their homeworld of Prospero, with their Primarch Magnus the Red. The final of our 4 major Chaos God factions, the Thousand Sons are disciples of Tzeentch, the Changer of Ways. Heavily inspired by their Egyptian theming, the Legion themselves are slaves to the god of trickery.
All I
and
see is Radon.
Most of them no
Shout out
longer
to
even
Egypt,
having
though.
a physical form, reduced to just dust, piloting suits of armor at the whim of a sorcerer leader. The Thousand Sons do not deserve their fate. There's a common joke that Magnus did nothing wrong. This is untrue. He has done much wrong. However, he is very sympathetic, mainly because the Space Wolves and Leman Russ sought to end their rivalry through the annihilation of their legion, escaping only through the assistance of the Changer of Ways, and forever changed because of it. Meanwhile, magic is their main tool. Take some Lovecraftian style abilities, the eyes everywhere, and potent spells to be cast at their foes, whether these are bolts of psychic lightning, reversing time itself.
Their armor looks so cool, but like their abilities, what they're about, I ain't really feeling it. I ain't vibing with it. I'm more of just like a peepo smash kind of guy. No magic for me.
Opening up portals to unreality or changing the very fabric of the universe. The Thousand Sons
So no top 3.
knows no bounds, and they are very good at it. If you're a fan of like wizards, your classic style of spellcaster, and you want a ton of them combined with a tragic backstory and a Primarch who, like Mortarion,
The Primarch's awesome though. This is probably the coolest looking Primarch.
in baller, the Thousand Sons are for you.
You fucking asshole!
Damn, we're still rocking with the Emperor's Children and the Iron Warriors. As time goes on, I kind of want to put the Iron Warriors in first.
You're a fucking cheater. You're such a sore loser. You're a
Ah,
cheater.
Sons of
My dad
Horus.
works at
We've heard a lot
The
about this
Sons
Horus.
of Horus, or the Luna Wolves, or the Black Legion. Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Horus, a warlord, a treasured friend, or the traitor himself. Single word descriptor, assault. The Sons of Horus are the formal name of Horus's legion, hailing from the world of Chthoniya. The Sons of Horus themselves were assault troops. The strength of their attack was some of the most powerful in the legions. While the White Scars may favor speed for their strikes, the Sons of Horus were known for their overall offensive power. It was even said that if the Sons of Horus met the Imperial fists, they would be at a stalemate for eternity.
Oh, okay.
However,
Well, you guys know I was hating on the Imperial fists for just being defense Andes. I love offense. We might be rocking with the Sons of Horus. I'm still working on my figure, but I've been confident on my gem work, like painting it of these guys. You do the Warhammer things, Fiacha? No way.
the Sons of Horus are no longer because, well...
Oh, they're dead? GG's.
They are now instead the Black Legion.
Oh, this is what he was alluding
Abaddon
to.
the Spoiler, who claims to succeed where his father failed. The Black Legion are still an offensive and assault-based force, but they act much like the Ultramarines, but for chaos. Your standard black and brass Space Marine, who are known for recruiting.
So this is for someone like me. Even though I was hating on the Ultramarines for being lame, these are the evil Ultramarines, which automatically makes them not lame. Okay, I like these guys. Black Legion / Sons of Horus. We'll put them top 3. I think we have a solid top 3 right now. We have a few left. We got the Salamanders.
Anyone can become a member of the Black Legion.
Really?
Anyone can swear allegiance to the War Master. You gain favored by not just one, but all 4 gods equally.
No way.
Famous line, let the
Play all
galaxy
sides, so you always
burn,
come out on
is
top?
the best way to describe them. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. So long as the Imperium dies, the Black Legion has done its job. They are a legion formed from hatred and spite with a clear goal in mind. As the
I like it. I'm
dark
into
gods are calling, and the Black Legion are sure to answer.
Hello.
Okay, Black Legion top 3. I'll need to think about the 1, 2, 3. You see, Mara, the most Noggin coded thing ever? They're pretty good, dude. I kind of want to throw them in first, but it might just be recency bias because Emperor's Children and Iron Warriors are pretty lit too. All right, we got the Word Bearers.
It wasn't fucking optional!
The Word Bearers. Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Lorgar Aurelian, a preacher, a fanatic, a choir boy. Single word descriptor, zeal. If the Black Legion answer the call of the Dark Gods, what if instead you decide to call the gods first? Well, then the Word Bearers are for you. The 17th Legion, led by Primarch Lorgar on the planet of Colchis. Originally obsessed with worshiping the Emperor of Mankind as a god, they found that despite his divinity, he was not worthy of worship because, you know, he razed their equivalent of Jerusalem to the ground for daring to worship him. Like, could you imagine if God actually showed up and was just like, Jerusalem is stupid, it just destroyed the whole thing? Like, what would that do to your head? But there are gods that want worship and will reward those who do. The word bearers are chaos worshippers to a T. All chaos gods. They specialize in demonic rituals, the summoning of demons, and the mutual possession of their own troops. They welcome demons to their bodies to fight as one.
Oh, I was gonna say, this kind of sounds similar to the dudes who capture demons, but no, they're just conjoined with the demons.
They exalt the dark gods themselves for aid, and guess what? They answer. In the world of 40k, Satan doesn't just call you back. He hops in his GT Mustang and he crashes on your couch. In the world of 40k, your rituals will end with genuine results. The word bearers know this. They know through sacrifices, through devotion, through dark baptism, the gods will answer and they will be rewarded. So they use it. They bring forth demons. They bring forth possessions. They bring forth the power of the neverborn, the damned, and those that hide in the dark to bear against the Imperium. Lorgar sits there, smiling, as the truth he always knew, the existence of gods and the importance of faith is a reality. And it is a tool he is using to rend.
Okay, they're cool. They're cool. They're not top 3, but here we are. The moment I've honestly been waiting for since I read all these epic names and came across the Salamanders. Really? The Salamanders? And then the chat was glazing. Look above my head. Ryu's going crazy for the Salamanders. Now that I'm looking at them, brother, they're in all black. They got fire. They might be based. They might not be goody two-shoes. When I read Salamanders, I'm like, oh, ultramarine stuff. After learning about the ultramarines, but no, these dudes might be them. Let me see.
Fire!
Do we have a new top 3 contender?
Fire! Exclamation mark. Help me.
The Salamanders. Allegiance, loyalist. Primarch, Vulcan. A forge master. A behemoth. A very huggy boy. Single word descriptor, fire. The Salamanders hail from Nocturne, a volcanic planet home to their Primarch Vulcan. They are the largest of the Space Marines, not due to numbers, but rather size. Vulcan, he is an enormous slab of beef.
The
by
Titans.
far the largest of all the Primarchs. However, don't let his size fool you, as he is also the kindest. Salamanders have the juxtaposition of looking frightening, being larger than other Marines, while
and they have the most lame name.
Boasting an ashy, like coal color skin and blazing.
Yeah, they're black, bro. We get it.
While simultaneously carrying around all manner of flame weaponry. So your average civilian might be spooked, but in reality, they are by far the kindest of all
cat. You got a little cat.
legions to those civilians.
They're nice.
Vulcan believes that to safeguard the Imperium
They're gentle
is to, at the end of the
giants.
day, I mean, safeguard its people. So unlike other legions who put their lives far and above the average human, the Salamanders spend significantly more time trying to save them, often taking numerous losses by doing so. They are very independent as well. They're forgers and blacksmiths, maintaining their own weapons and crafting versions of it. They also have the very rare privilege of being able to see their families even after becoming a Space Marine.
Whoa, you guys didn't tell me once you become a Space Marine, you can't see your family. Hold up. Salamander sweep, what are we doing?
Which is the funny part, because the 7.5-foot tall giant with flaming red eyes who just reduced a traitor to bubbling metal says, "You have nothing to fear, young citizen. Take my hand." If you enjoy fire, melting things, and being the nicer of the Marines,
I mean, I don't necessarily enjoy fire or melting things, but I like petting cats and seeing my mom, brother. Salamander sweep. They're listen, I'm gonna put them top 4 because like I like the other 3 I have in my top 3, but these guys are goated for sure. Like if I had to join one, I'm joining the Salamanders. If you're joining anyone other than Salamanders, you're probably extremely sick in the head. All right, we got the Raven Guard, some edgy boys. I like edgy boys.
Saga, sneak attacks don't work if you yell it out loud.
The Raven Guard. Allegiance, loyalist.
Plague Doctor, Raven Beak Mask. That was cinema. Look, they have a different type of skull. They got the Raven skulls.
Corvus Corax, a raven, a shadow, an industrial dance DJ. Single word descriptor, stealth. The Raven Guard are the final Loyalist Legion at 19 and hail from the planet Deliverance with Primarch Corvus Corax. If it hasn't been made clear enough already, the Raven Guard are
Corvus, like Corvid,
in all manners of assassination. Despite this, their signature winged jump pack and double lightning claw look is, well, not very stealthy. They are named after, of course, the Raven and embody the...
Wait. Did someone make Warhammer X Sonic animations? We might have to watch those.
The entire concept of it as a herald of death. They are stealthy, patient hunters that have no problem with waiting and waiting and waiting until the moment to strike is at hand. It's not easy being a stealth faction when your stealth involves people in 1 ton of power armor, but they find a way. That more than anything should not be
unless you got a stealth boy, or I learned it if you're an orc and you paint it purple, because then it's invisible. Am I right, fellas? Am I doing it right? Am I doing good, Warhammer fans?
Even though it is, but rather to show how good the Raven Guard are at their jobs. It's not about them sneaking around you without being seen, but it's also about them having lied in wait for so long that it wasn't until they were in striking distance that you even realized they had been there. And also, if you want, you know, edgelord Marines with a long black haircut, pale skin, ravens everywhere, if you want to field assassins and snipers abound, then the Raven Guard are for you.
They look very cool visually, but not for me. I'm impatient. I don't want to be stealthy, but visually, awesome. All right, the Alpha Legion for the big dogs.
It could be you. It could be me. It could even be... Whoa, whoa, whoa! What? It was obvious.
The Alpha Legion. Allegiance? Heretic. Primarch, Alfarius, and Omegon. Saboteurs, destabilizers, clearing your walls. Single word descriptor, espionage. Finally, the 20th Legion, the Alpha Legion, led by Alfarius and Omegon. The only Legion to have 2 Primarchs who were split as twins. The Alpha Legion are heretical, we think. And
they have 2 dads? No way.
Specialize in destabilization of society and armies. Their entire shtick is the Hydra, because when you cut off one head, 2 more take its place. All of the Alpha Legion look exactly like their Primarch. Olive skin, shaved head.
Oh no! The Bald Legion? I might need to join. Me and Northern Lion just chilling.
Claim to be Alfarius. All are liars. They make the largest use of sleeper cells and cultists in the Chaos Space Marine factions because it's extremely easy to take over a planet when you
poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague unto our houses.
Where the Raven Guard use stealth and sabotage to eliminate their
enemies,
they just
peep us smash?
Prefer to weaken them over time with sleeper agents, impersonations, basically anything you could imagine from a hardcore spy movie or Cold War level espionage. Being Alfarius is not only an honor, being Alfarius is a requirement.
So they all have shaved heads. They hail Hydra. Are you just making the connections?
There's a story of someone chasing down an Alpha Legion agent for years upon years, and when they finally catch up with them and they see that the agent is wearing the same face as their pursuer, because this was the plan all along, to kill him and take his spot. We're talking facial reconstruction surgery, we're talking hacking, we're talking political assassination and impersonation, everything. They are Space Marines in name only, because being a strong stoic warrior is not what the Alpha Legion is interested in. In fact,
and you know, the name Alpha, it's usually ascribed to being stoic and giant warrior men.
The Legion is interested in you not even knowing that the Alpha Legion is a thing. I am Alfarius. You are Alfarius. We are all Alfarius in his Lord's glorious army. Thank you everyone so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a little something.
I hope
Bricky. If you were on the fence about what Space Marines you wanted to field, you would now have a better idea of what you want to
have
play.
A better idea. Shout out you and your waifu cup. But after seeing all of them, my favorites are definitely Emperor's Children, Iron Warriors, the Salamanders, and Sons of Horus. Those are the big 4. Don't make me choose. I like them all, okay? I like them all. But obviously, if I had to be in one, I'd probably be picking the Salamanders because you can see your mom and stuff. But like, if we look past that, the Sons of Horus, I think I like their story the most. And of course, you know, we're gooning over here with the Emperor's Children. You see it. I don't got to explain it. And then the Iron Warrior is just petty. Petty little fellas out here to kill. I respect it. That was goated. Another W video from Bricky. Shout out the Warhammer heads. Head pet moi.